We did it. We lost another lesbian, guys. I was filming content for my OnlyFans page. Subscribe if you haven't already. I was filming content for my OnlyFans page and I got flooded with messages from you guys telling me that the person formerly known as Ellen Page is now going by Elliot Page. They now go by he, they pronouns. They came out as trans. Let's see what's up. Hi friends, I want to share with you that I am trans. My pronouns are he and they, and my name is Elliot. I can't begin to express how remarkable it feels to finally love who I am enough to pursue my authentic self. I love that I am trans, and I love that I am queer. And the more I hold myself close and fully embrace who I am, the more I dream, the more my heart grows, and the more I thrive. Thank you for reading this. All my love, Elliot. My response is basically this. If he is truly trans, good for fucking him. There is still a huge issue at large. And that is, why are we losing all of our lesbians? Why are we not seeing this trend as frequently with gay men? I said this to Elliot on Twitter. Much respect for the Elliot Page for coming out as trans. I still wonder though, where are all the lesbians going? Two things can be true at once. One, some people are actually trans. Two, some lesbians are internally misogynistic and want to be anything other than a woman. And I stand by that. Now, I've made at least 2 videos about this topic in the past, but for those of you who haven't seen those videos, I'm gonna give you a little TLDR. There have been studies recently in the last 5 years that followed high school teenagers. One of them showed that biological women are coming out more as anything other than lesbians. Another study showed that people that are coming out as transgender are more likely to be accepted and protected among their peers and the educational staff. In the same breath, we are also seeing tons of biological females transition medically and socially and then later on regretting it. Tons of detransitioners that are biological females. We are not seeing this happen nearly as much with males. And of course, for even questioning where are all the lesbians going, I get called transphobic. Somebody wrote the lesbians are still here. They just don't like you because you're a transphobic piece of shit. All right, there. I think my friend Claire on Twitter nailed it, and I want to read her tweet because I think it sums it up perfectly. I find it depressing how many young lesbians now feel that because they do not perform or feel invested in conventional femininity, they can no longer be women. And so they shift from identifying as lesbian women to straight men. Compulsory heterosexuality all over again. To her point, no, we are not saying that we don't think Elliot is actually trans. What we are saying is that there is a huge spike in biological females transitioning medically and socially. The fact that it's mostly about 90% females is a red flag for us. We are saying that yes, obviously trans men do exist, and yes, obviously trans men transition to hopefully alleviate or cure their gender dysphoria, and it has nothing to do with internalized misogyny. We know that trans people are real and trans people exist. What we are saying is that there are also a lot of people that are medically and socially transitioning or just simply identifying as anything other than women because of internalized misogyny or because of internalized lesbophobia. Oh my god, look at that. TERFs and start cis shaming is trending on Twitter at the moment, and these people that are participating in these trends are wondering why the rate of LGBT acceptance is down. They are wondering why so many people, I think 73 million people, voted for Trump because they are sick of the bullshit. They wonder why creators like myself, Blair White, and a few others constantly create content to damage control because honestly, we are afraid to lose our rights and even more so our sanity at this point. Let's be real.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with not feeling like the other girls, and in fact, that's totally normal. However, there is something obviously wrong in how many girls are now identifying as non-binary. And let's not forget how many lesbians are now identifying as non-binary and queer. I mean, imagine coming out as a lesbian today. Imagine saying, hey, I'm same-sex attracted. I know it sounds really crazy, but doing that today is really controversial and in fact would get you a lot of hate from the LGBT community. What gets me about celebrities such as Elliot Page, formerly known as Ellen Page, isn't that they're coming out as non-binary, but that there is definitely a trend that we're seeing here, right? A lot of girls are identifying as non-binary. Why is that? Why is it controversial to say that? A lot of girls who happen to be lesbians would rather opt out of calling themselves a lesbian and call themselves queer, which is really just for the inclusion of other people. So why is it? Why is it so bad and so wrong to say that you're a woman? Why is it so bad and wrong to say that you're a lesbian today?
I also find this kind of funny that this is happening a few days after the major court case in London with Keira Bell. For those who don't know Keira Bell, the case is about gender nonconforming youth in the UK. TLDR, again, Keira Bell is a gender nonconforming lesbian who was put on testosterone because she thought she was transgender at just 16 years old, later on regretting it. In fact, statistics show that 75% of people grow out of gender dysphoria by the age of 25. This is probably because people don't reach full brain development until the age of around 25. Kira went to court in London this October to fight for gender non-conforming youth against the system currently put in place over in the UK that medicalizes gender non-conformity. She actually isn't looking for compensation either. She just wants to protect people like herself in the future. To quote my friend Julia's article, medical malpractice has been committed on a global scale because no one will challenge the foundational lie that this, being trans, is in fact a biological condition. And I agree with that. There is a huge difference between being, biologically transgender, having a medical condition, a brain-body mix-up, whatever you want to call it, versus simply being gender non-conforming, being actually gay, lesbian, bisexual, being a tomboy, being a drag queen, being more feminine man, being a more masculine woman. These things don't make somebody transgender. It is that simple. I spoke my piece. Let me know what you guys think. We're continuing this conversation over on slug.com/Ariel. Go and sign up. It is a completely free website. I just love it because it makes it easier for us to talk about more controversial topics. Let me know what you think. Do you think more people are coming out as trans because it's popular, because they don't want to be women? Or do you think that actually being transgender and having gender dysphoria is way more common than we originally thought? Let me know in the comments and over on my slug.com page. Other than that, I will see you guys back here in a few days with a brand new video. Until then, I love you. Love yourselves.